I was trying to see. Oh, we're live already. That was fast. Um, if I put something else here, oh, you can see that now. Oh, good. I don't know what I did different. Um, that now you can see like the area instead of the before it wasn't showing the area. It was just showing the one thing. Anyways, so yeah, I've enabled like trace, and then I've ran this in verbose mode, and it gives like this really long output, that you need to try to like come and see what happened. But like basically it got to the point where it ran like it was getting to the point where it was running bundle, but then it was like getting stuck saying that I needed the air brake key, and I hadn't set up that configuration yet. And then I went and set up like I looked at the Heroku environment variables, and I kind of like and I looked at the code. There's like an app dot. Not this. I'm gonna close this for now. There's like a. That's not what I wanted to do. There's like an app dot JSON that tells you like the required dependencies, or not dependencies, environment variables. And so then I went and added all those, and then I pushed up, and then it was getting kind of late at night, and I got to the place where it ran through and bundle installed all the dependencies. I'm trying to show you where I found that. It doesn't have any color coding, blah 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 blah. Yep, blah blah. Yep. Here, bundle completed. 171 gems now installed. So then it carried on, and the bundle gems are installed into this vendor bundle, which is what no, sorry, that's something different. Cleaning out the bundler cache. Then it started with like installing this node version 8. I mean, yeah, you might be able to actually help me with this that I ran into, but it's like running this rake assets precompile. Talking about yarn. Yarn executable was not detected in the system. So it's downloading yarn. And then it's writing some stuff to like these temporary Mercury init files, public assets, projects, events, Google Analytics, discuss, and it gets down event instances, scrums. So it's like pre-compiling, right? And then it gets down to this place, I think here, this jQuery, maybe. Yeah, it gets down here to the jQuery, and then it gets to this place where it's like vendor bundle bin rake, no such file or directory Java. No such file or directory Java. No such file or directory Java. And then it just aborts the rake. And then it's like here, UI, YUI compressor runtime command Java jar UI compressor, no, it's okay. Exited with a non-zero status. Return to non-zero status at exit. Non-zero exit status. So then it fails. It fails to at this point here, from what I can tell. Exited with non-zero status. It like retries it. Yeah, so it's to do with this YUI compressor, which I don't even know what it is, or what we're using it for.
And it's using Java, and the Java JDK is not installed on the box.
I mean, probably not. Like, I don't know why we even have like. Oh, so we are using a gem UI compressor, right? Interesting. I wonder what we're using that for. Edmilson Silva added 2 years ago. Let's see if I hover over it. Normally it'll come up with a. It's not coming up with anything. Gem file cleanup. Yeah, don't know. I mean, it'd be nice to see what this gem even does, to see if we're even there's sometimes there's gems in our gem file that we're not even using, you know.
And it's not easy to know like if a gem file is being used or not. It's not like Java where JavaScript where you just search for where you are requiring the. In Ruby, you don't import stuff.
I mean, there is like I think there's a gem that you can gem rails remove unused gems or something. I don't know. You're looking to remove old unused gems versions, then bundle clean. If you've been adding gems as you develop and have lost track of the ones you actually use and have good test coverage, then try this answer. How to find unused gems and clean up the gem file.
So I was asking, you can't require any gem file like in a file like how we do that in JavaScript, like import React. You don't do that.
No, I don't think it's not so simple. Like to know, yeah, we don't have to import it in like in the places that we're using it, you know. So there's this answer. I mean, I guess like the thing that I was thinking of doing instead of like trying to debug why this is not working, what I was thinking of doing is going down a different path, which is like this path here with the Docker file deployment. Like it says like while Docker normally defaults to using Heroku build packs for deployment, you can also use Docker's native Docker file system to define a container. And this is like a power user feature. Like the guy Alex who joined me yesterday, who works with DevOps, he said that like, you know, do yourself a favor and just use the Docker file from the beginning, you know. And I like kind of was like, I guess the reason I hadn't done it so far is that is that we had it working with local support using the build pack, and then I was just assuming like unless I could go with like to Sam with like some demonstrable like benefits of using our own Docker file, that he would be more in favor of like just pushing it up and getting, you know, worrying about getting it used like working instead of like actually trying to improve it. But like now that I'm getting blocked on being able to push it up, I'm thinking that maybe I could like set up I could like open a branch where I can kind of go following this advice here, which is like deleting the, I think the application has a build pack set. Yeah. So to use the Docker file for deployment, commit a valid Docker file to the root of your repository and push the repository to your Docker installation. If the file is detected, Docker will default to using it to construct containers, except in the following two cases. The application has a build pack URL environment variable set via the Docker config set command or in a committed in file. In this case, Docker will use your specified build pack. And then the application has build packs file root. So you'd have to delete this build packs file root. And then like if it's been previously deployed, which I think if I check, it'll say that it hasn't been deployed because it's failed to deploy. Then you unset this doxy port. Like this is what I did. So I got this. I did this with local support develop, and I ended up getting it working. But like I don't like the way I got it working is kind of like a workaround that is not apparently good practice. So like I was talking to Alex about that yesterday. Like we would maybe want to like in this entry point where we have this Docker entry point, we would want to like start the server instead of doing it the way I did it. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not sure, but like Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Is try to at least try to push it up with the Docker file and see if it works. And then if it doesn't, then I can just come back to debugging this
UI,
yeah,
IY.
yeah,
Well,
yeah. I mean, yeah, maybe I need to have Java. I mean, installed somewhere in the. I mean, yeah, it just says runtime. It doesn't really say like why it returned a non-zero status.
because there was no Java. Like maybe try to run the command Java,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's so there is no file or a directory
Yeah,
called Java. Yeah.
yeah, that's yeah. So what does this say? I doubt there's an automated way to find out. So that person said that, and then no, then there's supposed to be this. You can use gem bench to analyze your gem file and identify which gems do not need to be required at boot time. From there, you just requires a bit of analysis to determine which gems can be removed completely. I mean, I guess this is something we could try as well. That I can get rid of. Did you get your veggies yesterday?
Yeah.
Nice.
Good work.
Just
I got a fever yesterday.
you got what?
Yesterday a fever.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
So I went to the hospital 5 a.m.
Oh, Mike's there.
Yeah, Matthew, what are you pirating?
What am I? What?
Pirating.
Pirating. Pirating.
Pirating.
What are we pairing on?
Yeah, what are we pairing
on? We are. I was just telling Joseph. Remember yesterday how I was getting that? It was like I was complaining it was taking too long to push up that this develop branch to the development server, and then like I end up being able to enable like tracing and then run it in verbose mode, and then I ran into some problems like with not having environment variable sets. So then I went setting like there's a lot more environment variables for website one than there is for local support. So I went doing all that, and then I ultimately ended up getting to this error here with like one of the gems that we use. Well, I don't know if we use, and if so, what we use it for. But I guess like yeah, I mean a good thing would be to look up on the GitHub this GitHub YE. This is the GitHub IEO. Is there like an actual GitHub? Like, yeah, I mean it's like it's used to. I mean, it looks like it's used to compress like JavaScript files, but like, are we actually? I mean,
I don't.
Why are we using this? This is the problem, is that you can end up running into issues that do I have anything in and so I was telling him that I was thinking of, instead of debugging this, I was thinking of trying to push up our Docker file. I have the 1404. So this was a pull request, I think, closed. That was number 1404. There we go. This is the result file for the execution of the gem Ephelogium. Don't forget to bundle and install. Yeah, right. So there's not really any explanation of why that was added. And I keep saying that I'm gonna not debug this and work on something. So yeah, that's okay. So it wasn't removed. It wasn't added. It was like he removed it from here and then added it. I think he put it in like alphabetical order or something. This one actually. So I don't know when this was added. Because like the thing is this only talks about when it was changed. You know, it doesn't talk about when it was added.
Yeah, like it's difficult to have a blame history.
So like when are we using this gem file even? Or when gem file. When are we using this gem? You know, like is there any mentions of Java anywhere? JavaScript. Like must be something we're using just on deployment or something, right? Like it may be in one of the build packs, or I don't know. I'm not sure.
Maybe JavaScript is there.
Well, it's using Java though, not JavaScript. The gem, like actually Java, you know.
Why did they have to name them so close?
I don't know. It's confusing, isn't it? There we go. Documentation. There we go. Testing Node.js package. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to know if we're actually using this compressor Rails. It's not the Ruby. It should be something like this. No, I should be able to find. I think the production config. There we go. CSS compressor. Yeah, it's production.rb. Yeah. Okay, I knew I'd seen it before. So we're using Uglifier to compress our JavaScript, but we're using YUI. I wonder, is this something I changed? No, this is something some Pitre Panda changed.
4 years ago.
4 years ago. Optimizing according to CodeShip guide. So like Rails 5.2 CSS. I don't know which one. And I'm still doing what I said I wasn't gonna do. Oh, look, that's Right. So the SAS Rails gem is automatically used for CSS compression if included in the gem file and no config compressor is set. That sounds cool. Why not just use that? Gem file. Oh, look, we have SAS Rails. Why do we need this thing?
Because we got SAS Rails 2 years ago. And the compressor UI compressor was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, true. Good point. So yeah, good point, Joseph. That's a good catch. That's probably why. That's probably the easy explanation, isn't it? So yeah, this was 4 years ago as well. I'm gonna delete this because I don't like you. You're causing me problems. The problem is that like, yeah, so I guess I'm gonna carry on. You know,
Yeah.
the thing I really should be what I really should be doing is GST.
So is it going to take a whole hour again?
Basically, I mean, that's the thing is like, so then in the meantime, I'm gonna push this up, and in the meantime, I'm gonna work on getting the Docker file in a better state and building it locally and making sure it's working and stuff. So remove UE.
It's going to take a whole hour, and then it tells you that you have a typo. I don't know where. Then you have to fix the typo, then push again, wait an hour. Oh
Basically,
my goodness.
yeah. Basically,
I don't like it.
I mean, that's
Devil.
kind of annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a really good time to.
What's actually taking an hour?
Well, it takes a long time to push the thing, you know.
To push it to Doku?
Yeah, because like the first time at least, get add. Oh, I need to bundle this as well. So now my gemfile.log changed? No, it didn't change. Huh? Oh, did I remove it from one place but didn't remove it from the other? Probably. So gemfile and remove this here, and then here and bundle again. Now the gem file and gemfile.log changed, and I can get add gemfile star and config environments production and Docker entry point. I guess Docker entry point I can add later. Okay, so then git commit, remove UA compressor as we have SAS Rails. Then if I say git push website one develop, but then I'm not pushing from develop, I'm pushing from remove. No, I'm pushing from remove. Come on, mate. Where's my autocomplete? UE. Autocomplete. Compressor. Master. So this master is like not actually master. It's like, yeah, well, it's like master on the Docker side. So remove UE compressor and then push. And then here's the verbose mode. Then it like does all this stuff here. Like sets environment variables and stuff, which, yeah, I guess I don't want to be showing off. And then like, it's like it's kind of, you know, fast at first. And then after it gets like to 11%, then this will just get here for like another maybe hour or something, you know?
Wow.
It'd be nice if it would be like after having done this one time, it would just like cache it and then just get stuck on the same place that it got stuck on last time, but it doesn't. So
A bummer.
Yeah. So then that brings us back to, oh, did I not save this? Oh, I think that was just that I didn't save. Hmm. I hope I saved that. Let me see. What do I want to do with that? Okay. So back to this, then I can come here and I'm cleaning up this Docker file. So like the one thing I did is that I was explaining to you, Mike, is like every time we call this copy, it like creates a layer in the container. So like instead of doing copy gem file to website one, gem file, copy gem file.lock to website one, you can just say copy gem file and gem file.lock to website one. And like really, we could actually just do this as well, you know. I think I'll do that. To have less layers. And then like then what we can do is we can get rid of this one, that layer. And this here, I think we can cut that and put that here. Then we can cut this, put that here. We can cut this. I'm not sure. Do we even need this? Don't know. I mean, let's leave it for now, and then we can play around with whether we need it or not later. And paste that there. Grab this here. Cut that. Paste that here. And then like just do like and bundle install and npm install. Do it like that. npm. I can just grab it here. That. We can get rid of those. Get rid of those. Yeah, I think maybe. Yeah. Something like that, I think. I think maybe, I don't know. Yeah, can try that. So then here I can just do it, before I even commit it, this is the cool thing, I can build it locally. Which is not like super fast either, but like you can see here, we're up to 17% now. Like this is gonna get up to like 200 and something megabytes, I think.
And did you, because I saw you didn't save the changes that you made in the, did you push the changes again?
No, like so I checked and I think it was just like a change that it was like I got rid of, I don't know. I checked, like I saved it and then I checked this and then there's no that production file is not here. So that means I pushed up the latest changes.
Okie dokie.
And then like, I guess, so what I want to try to do, oh, look at it failed out on this. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So the thing about using the Docker file is that we need to like be constantly updating our gems, you know, because if we're using an official Ruby image, because so I wonder, and that's the thing as well, is like kind of need to, when you're updating, you need to kind of like run the test and see if there's any changes, because like hopefully there wouldn't be that many changes between. Oh yeah, still bundle installing, so I can't run the tests. You know, hopefully there wouldn't be that many differences like that would make all of our tests fail, but yeah, don't know. I'm surprised that, like, I guess Dependabot doesn't alert us about. I want to see that actually. That's really good. I lost my place. Oh well. I'm just trying to get rid of some of these windows, you know. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh yeah, Mike, I didn't paste that. I didn't paste that comment that I told you about. There we go. I was like, oh, did you see the message I sent you? And then I came here to Slack. You can't see my Slack at the moment, but okay. So now I sent it to you, Mike. There's this automate emails to folks joining projects that's like to deal with like our specs. We're exploring testing of emails here. Might have a solution here. Came up with our own custom solution. So yeah, anyways, it's to do with our spec that you said you were looking at working on. You said you wanted to work on. Oh, that's what I wanted. I wanted this here, and okay, so that's done that. So then I can run RSpec here, and then how are we going here? 45%. Where's the? Oh yeah, so then here I can do Docker build. The good thing about doing like Docker stuff is that like when you've already done one step, if it errors out on something, then it just like starts from where it errored out mostly. I'm not sure what this is doing, but also it's kind of a bit strange actually that I mean maybe we're gonna end up kind of in the same position, because like that thing, the CSS compressor for UEI, that was only in the production environment, and like we're trying to push up to the develop server. So I'm not sure. Is it still production environment because you're deploying it? I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah, not sure.
So this is something that I would like to change. Yes. So that's converting those files. Okay, nice. Now it's running bundle install. Hopefully it won't get stuck in the same place. There's another thing, you know, Mike or Joseph, like removing mercury, where we've been talking about that for a long time, you know, and potentially wouldn't be so difficult. Like just need to maybe do a global search for where we're using mercury and remove it. I'm not sure if there would be, maybe there's more things. I've asked for clarification on it from Nico, but I think he's really busy and hasn't been able to answer. But this mercury editor, you know, we don't want to be using it anymore. I guess there's a lot of places that it is. It's like lots of tests and stuff, and so, you know, something that we could work on if we get bored this week. I mean, Mike, I guess you could like really in the background, you could share your screen and work on making those tests declarative, really. I mean, since we have such like a long break in between, like when we get feedback, you know, like this is at 60%. These ran all the tests there. So that's good. I'm gonna run all the cucumber tests. This I'm just pushing up and waiting for it to see if it builds or not. Like, I mean, it's up to you if you don't think you can focus on both, and you know, up to you. But I mean, you have like the kid in the background as well to focus on. So don't know if you can triple multitask or not, but yeah. So we do have this. Right. So like these are things, there's deprecation warnings in here as well that maybe we could like try to work on. This at 72%. That's running all the tests. This is doing that thing there. I think the thing is the way that Daniel has set this up in the Docker file. Like he came in and added this stuff here afterwards. Like the way that works now is that after having run this bundle install, like even if it errors out that one of these after, you know, errors out of one of these gems for some reason, it will like cache those, or maybe it has to run successfully once. I can't remember, but like that way when you run it again and you're like and you're just wanting to add, like, even if you forget to add, like, even if you forget to run bundle install, if you like just run Docker compose up, it's going to run this Docker entry point, which is like going to do a bundle check, and then like either that'll be true or false. If that's false, then it will come here to bundle install and use like the gems that already have like bin stubs that are in like the bundle bin. So then it'll just install the new ones, or the like updated ones, you know, which is really cool. And like now that we have this entry point, like Alex was saying, that we could use this similar to what we do in NHS Wiki, where we start the server here. Like, because what I was getting stuck on with local support is this proc file. Oh, although this proc file doesn't. Oh, nice. This is using Puma instead. Right. That was 4 years ago as well. I wonder if we should be using Puma, because Puma's not really like very good for server for like big applications, is it? But that was more for like development, not for production. Rails production server. Interesting. Oh, look, Akita on Rails. That's the guy that that's the guy that did organize the what's it called? The conference that I gave a talk at. So the running in the basic web brick in production. No. So you must choose between Puma, Unicorn, Passenger. Unicorn actually does not protect your app against slow clients, so avoid it if you can. Oh, right. So maybe I can change that actually. If you're in doubt, install Passenger and call it a day. The most common choice nowadays is using Puma. But if you're running under Heroku or small instances, keep in mind your RAM usage. Our normal Rails application consumes at least 150 megabytes to 200 megabytes, or depending on the size of your app. The smallest Heroku dyno has only 512 megabytes of RAM. That means you should not configure Puma or Unicorn to have more than 2 instances. I'd recommend going for a 2x dyno. Right, okay. So yeah, I guess I don't know anything about Passenger. You guys know anything about Passenger?
Nope. I think Joseph is having connection issues.
Yeah. It happens with Joseph sometimes. Okay. Well, something we can bring up and see how it reacts. All right, so that's bundled installed. How are we doing on our tests? Our tests are green, 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 everything green. Nice. So maybe we can put in a PR to update the Ruby version. Because yeah, we can stay on top of it. Oh, so it gets to this point here. So it's 100%. And now it's like here. And for some reason, it looks like, I don't know, for some reason it's not showing me the output, which sucks. That probably means I'm going to need to give it a minute, and then I'm going to have to like stop it and then rerun it, like, and try to see if I can figure out why the trace sometimes works and sometimes doesn't, and like wait for this whole process again, or just kind of move on with the whole Docker thing. Yeah, I don't know. It sucks, man. It takes forever. Then it gets stuck like this. It was like this the whole time, So it's just like this blinking light to it. And then I was like doing other things, and like just kind of trying to be patient, give it its time, But then it just stays there for like hours, Anyways. Okay, so on the Docker side of things, we've got it built already. So now I can do, this is how you can do like the difference between run and exec in this case is that run is when you have a container that's not running. So like if I go there and I do like a Docker PS, which like lists the running containers, this container here will not show up. But if I do like a Docker list containers, like then I can see that it's there. It's just not running. And yeah, so if it's running, I can say Docker exec, and then I can get a bash shell. If it's not running, then I need to do a run. So then I do that. That's weird. But for some reason that's weird. Why is that happening? Strange. All right, well, I'll give that a second to do its think that has to do with the entry point. Like it's going into that entry. I think it's going into this entry point. Where's the entry point? I hate that. It always. Docker entry point. Yeah, there we go. And open in a new tab. Don't close the tab I'm on. Oh, I think it didn't listen to me. I think it's coming in here and it's like doing a bundle check, and for some reason it fails, but then it doesn't look like it's using any of the caching. Either I broke that or it's not working the way I thought it was. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I don't know how I would have broke it.
Is there some error or why?
No, it's just it's not an error. It's like saying that this is this access follower gem at master is not checked out. So then it's run bundle install first. So I'd like this one here. But then like for some reason it's fetching and installing all of them, which my understanding is that it wouldn't do. Like, oh well, it's using the bundler. Yeah, don't know really what's going on there. Oh, is this giving me more output now? Oh no, it hasn't. Right. Well, that's annoying. I'm gonna wait a minute, because if I start it again, it won't get back to this place before I want to try this. I want to try this Docker file approach. So if I come here to this, it says I need to remove the build packs file, and since I'm on a branch, I can just remove it and not worry about being destructive. So ls minus la, and then you see here we have this build packs. So then if I come here, I can show you what is going on in that file, what I'm removing. So it's like removing these Heroku build packs, which I don't think I need, because it's Heroku stuff. So get rid of that. Then I can come here and I can remove build packs. I probably good. And then come here and it's not there anymore. So then if I come back here, the application has a build pack URL environment variable. No, it doesn't. And then it says if it's previously been deployed. So I was talking to Joseph that I think if I do shavp doc, I'll enter a shell session, and then yeah, here it has all the, so trace on. If I do like report help, this trace on is like only helpful if I'm gonna just pull this over here actually. Okay. Where is the thing? Oh, it's not on. It's showing me a trace of a bunch of stuff that I don't care about seeing, and then it's like not showing me what I want to see. I think it's like, I can put this back over here. And I think it's report, and then the website one develop, something like that. There's a report. Oh, look at, oh wow, that's a big report. Okay, so here's all the plugins we have. So like yesterday, one of the things I did, I guess Joseph's not here because of connectivity issues probably. I was explaining, he was asking if I got anything done yesterday, and I was saying that like one of the other things I did is that I had updated this the Doku version of this box to be like 0.12, so that when we try things out for on the HOP wiki develop, it would be more similar to what our production and staging environment is. And one of the things that they ask you to do after you do that is to update your third-party plugins, like Let's Encrypt and like maintenance. I think I added after, and monitor I added after. But like basically all these ones that are not like 0.123, like are third parties, I guess. So I went and updated this, and I updated this just to be safe. I updated this, and like didn't break anything, which is good. So trying to see.
So the advice to update is from the guide that you're following from Doku.
It's not from one guide. Like that guide that I was referring to now is just about like Docker file deployment. So it's not about that. There's like another doc that's like from Doku that's about upgrading your Doku version, and there's like a list of steps that you should do. You know.
Okay.
Herokuish version, Sigil version. So right now I'm looking for like, I just want to know if it's been deployed. Built. No. Memory usage, Docker version. Command report. Report website one. Maybe it isn't report. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's domains report. Not sure. I know I've seen it before. It'll tell you like, right. Well, this is still in that state. This here is what I was just working on. I exit out of that for a minute. Okay, so now I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see that, right? So now I'm inside the container. That's why you can see here that it says I'm root user, and I'm here in like this container ID, and I'm here in the working directory, which is website one.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know, like, I guess there's not really any particular reason I need to be inside here, but like, just to show you, this is like something you can do. So I'll exit out of that. I'm tempted to, what I'm tempted to do is stop this, because that's not doing anything. And then I'm tempted to like check what are my changes. Am I still running Cucumber? I still running Cucumber, huh? All right. Well, I mean, those look like they're all. I mean, that's an intermittent failing test. Yeah, I mean, it looks like all the tests are passing.
Yeah.
So, and there's nothing that says that I can't run in the background. I'm just going to clean these out. What's going on there? RVM use 2.3. Okay. I guess I could do a gem install over commit. So git add kind of everything really, just not that overcommit thing. Okay, so git commit, prepare for Docker file. But okay. I'm back.
Okay.
All right. So now we're ready to push. So git push website blah that. And then hopefully this should be a little bit different because I'm hoping it like that's kind of annoying. I was hoping we wouldn't do this. Apparently it still needs to do that. I'm hoping it like notices that it's not. I mean, I guess maybe I can check here and see if it says anything about Herokuish, because like the idea is that we want this to not be Herokuish. We want this to be using the Docker file, you know. Let me just put this over here for a second because I think there's all the config, and I don't want to scroll up too far. Like look here, Docker image Glider Labs Herokuish.
Where?
You can't see because I pulled it over.
Okay.
I was just didn't want to be revealing stuff that I shouldn't be revealing. But like here, export Docker image Glider Labs Herokuish. That leads me to believe that this is maybe not going to be using our Docker file, even though I've deleted the build packs. I guess I won't know until this actually gets done with this, and then we can see what happened. So this has 4 failures, but I think those are intermittent failures. Cucumber, features, Hangouts, Hangout feature, 131. Yeah, I mean, I was hoping we were going to get a little bit more done in this hackathon. I guess yesterday I kind of like, I had that one session and then I joined you guys and I kind of like did some stuff while I was hanging out with you guys. I did, you know, I felt like I thought I was going to not get blocked on that last thing. And then it was just I was going to have the develop server up. And then today I was going to be trying to find out what to do today, but that then I got blocked by being able to push this thing. And yeah, like sometimes with DevOps, like it just takes so long to do anything, you know?
Yeah. Sometimes they just don't have.
So, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, you know, I guess like can see what happens with this. This one is annoying. This one's kind of like a, yeah, it's intermittent CI JavaScript fail, but like, it's just like, it seems like it's not even intermittent, you know? Let's have a look at this.
Later.
Leider. Wasser leider. Wasser. This thing has nothing to do with it. Annoying. Annoying. I don't know if I like this VS Code, you know?
You don't like it?
There's some things I like about it, but it's like it's constantly closing windows on me, and like it's like, man, I can close my own windows, you know?
Oh, I think you can do. I think maybe that's a setting you can play with.
Probably. I mean, I probably just want to know for no reason. So we have the sign-in feature that's always failing, and so in this step here, it's like expecting the page to have content, log out, and expect page to not have content, log in. So that like should wait, you know? And then, but then when I get to this here, sorry. I should not see a sign up link. I just don't like why, so it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. So why don't we have like, what's this doing? 20%.
Not to have content.
What's up?
Oh, why is it using expert? Because it's a link. It's checking if it's actually a link.
Yeah, I think it's because it's like, yeah. So, but you can still see it like here. So like the thing is, I log in. So hold on, let me inspect this before I do that. It's like looking for this thing here, you know. But there's a better way of doing that, right? New registration path, you know, like you can say like expect page to have no link, and then I just do like this, sign. How is it? Is it uppercase? No, lowercase p, u, like that. Comment this out, and then rerun the test. Where's the test? Where's the test? There we go.
Okay.
Do you want to put in a PR for this?
Yep. So
I can send you the. I think there might already be an issue about this. I can send you the name of the issue.
Okay.
Did you see what I did?
Yeah. It said do not have link.
To have no link.
To have no link, yeah.
No, I created an issue for this, but I think we might have closed it because we added like a thing for, we added like, we added this like intermittent CI JavaScript failure. So I think the thing would be to remove this as well, you know. And see if it's passing the build, you know, because that's the more important. We need to do something about this README, man. I don't know. Maybe this week we can do that. Can work together, take some screenshots, you know, like this under construction stuff. Like we have like this huge community of volunteers, and we can't even have a nice README, you know. Intermittent. No. Oh, that's intermittent. Intermittent failing spec? Ugh. Yeah, it's something different. No, I think it might be maybe it was a closed issue. Yeah, I think it's here.
You've reopened it? I think you can
Yeah.
reopen.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah. So this issue 2703.
Okay.
I can paste here in the, I don't know, you could probably remember that, but anyways, if you want to copy it, it's there. Yeah. So my idea is remove that. So it's passing again. Remove that intermittent CI fail, so we can see if it actually, when we put in the PR, if it actually passes. Because it's one thing to pass here locally, and another thing to pass the build. And then I'm still waiting for that thing. I'm thinking maybe this was like previously. Like I'm gonna have a look at this config. So what window can I not pull just this one window out? No, that's you watching me. So I'll just pull this whole thing over, I guess. And then I can, yeah, and I don't know if you heard what I said about doing the working on that on making that more declarative. Like I can help you because I'm kind of like, while this is, you know, doing its thing, I'm kind of looking for things to be working on.
Okay.
And then like when we have some output, then I can stop working on it for a second and switch gears and then move back, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay,
So you want us to put back to remove it from gitignore?
Remove what from gitignore? It's not in gitignore. What do you mean remove?
Okay, I think
Why don't you share your screen so I can see what you're talking about? I'm saying that we have a flag there, like our tag or flag, whatever. A tag, I think is the name. In the sign-in feature above that intermittently failing test to tell what's it called? To tell okay. To tell the CI to ignore that, right?
Yeah.
So the idea is that we want to we want to tell it to not ignore it because we're thinking that the way we're fixing it is going to solve the issue, right?
Yep.
So I've just started that again because I was unsetting the proxy part maps, which that maybe I need to do. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that one there, that last one, line 20 is the one that it's always failing on that. But you can't search for like the whole thing because it's using that like, yeah. No, I wouldn't do that. Like, so remember, like when it does pattern matching, you want to reuse the same step. So you're gonna make it to where you can use should and you can use should not like at the same time. So the good thing to do would be to copy just the end of it, right?
Or maybe okay.
I mean, while you're waiting for that, there's other ways of doing it, but while you're waiting for that, like you can make the change, Yeah. Like anything from C, would be available, but yeah, a sign up link also as well probably would work. Might give you, yeah, there you go, just that one result. Yeah. Well, it has two results, but one of them is the one that you searched for, right? Yeah. So it's that one there. Yeah, I was going to say you can delete it, but you might want to just comment it out and run it locally for yourself and make sure it's passing for you as well. And then I mean, you could do it like that. What I did was I just followed like the pattern that they have there. So like on line 217 and 218, they don't use parentheses. Line 212, they don't use parentheses. Lines 227, 228, and 229, they don't use parentheses. Like they're not using any parentheses anywhere on the file. And like, yeah, I mean, the double quotes, I normally follow Rubicon on that, unless but you need to be careful with Cucumber because sometimes with Cucumber you need to use double quotes, but in this case I think you don't need to. So then yeah. And you save that file?
Yeah.
I mean, I in some ways I'm kind of breaking what I told you to do earlier, which is like to focus on to focus on like PRs that you already have open instead of new PRs, but like this is hopefully just a minor change, and then we can work on the other one. I don't know what's going on there.
This is how it runs on my machine.
Really? It's weird. That's
Oh.
weird. That's weird, bro. So why? I don't know what's going on here, you know?
Why are you taking so long? Just one stupid test. Yeah. Slow computer.
I don't know if it's gonna use the thing like I want it to or not. It's saying unless if it has a build pack URL environment. I mean, maybe I set that and I'm pretty sure I didn't set that because that build pack URL was like a Heroku thing, you know. So config for website one develop. I come all the way up here, and where would I have build pack URL? I'm sure that I didn't set build pack URL. Why would I set build pack URL? Why would I set the build pack URL? Why would I set the build pack URL? I didn't set the build pack URL. Right, so I didn't set the build pack URL, so I don't know why. I don't know why that would be an issue. So what's going on with your? It's taking that long to run it. Oh.
Hello, you're breaking.
Yeah, well, why is it taking so long to run that? I'm looking at your screen, Mike, not my screen. It shouldn't take that long to run a test.
Yeah.
So like because you did cucumber features and then it said it like 0 examples, and then now you're running with bundle exec, but that should come back with the same results probably. Like, well, you did like Control C. Yeah, why is it taking so long?
I don't know.
It always takes this long on your computer?
No.
Oh, you know what it is? Can you make sure that I think you removed the intermittent that tag intermittent failures, and now your test starts on a different line, doesn't it? It doesn't start on line 13.
Same line.
Oh yeah? Where?
13.
13, right. Okay. So and the path is correct?
Yep.
Features, user sign in dot feature. Yeah, it looks like it. And why is it taking so long? Have you looked into what's going on with those messages that you're getting?
It's now running. Which messages? These ones.
Yeah.
Ever since I moved to RVM, yeah, I've been getting them.
Yeah, it takes a long time to run on your computer, man. It's crazy.
Yep.
I could run it like 10 times in the amount of time that it takes you to run it once. All right. Okay. So that's good. And I suppose it's like, it's probably more realistic to what the build will be like, because it's kind of your so maybe remove that commented out line, you know, before you push and put in a PR, because
Okay.
you want to leave it as clean as possible, right?
Yep.
Cool, bro. Ah, look at this. Crazy. And I'm up to 45%, and it don't know if it's using the Docker file. I feel like it might not be using the Docker file for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why, because I deleted the build packs, and I unset that config that they're telling me to unset, and I have a Docker file, valid Docker file, and my Docker file is in the root of the project, and I don't know what would be forcing. I don't have a build pack URL set. Like, I don't see what would be forcing it to use build packs, Roku-ish. But I'm gonna have to just wait patiently until it's done doing this, writing the objects, and then see if it's actually using our Docker file or not. And we can work on that other thing together. Making declarative steps. Good. Git push origin head. Nice, bro. Nice. You can't just control click on it?
Nope.
Open pull request. Yeah. Make sure you put the, yeah. Sorry. Never mind. Never mind, bro. Never mind. What in the course you're up to like 55 or 56% coverage for the RSpec?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think a screenshot is appropriate. Testing, you might want to just say that what you did was modify the tests, you know, but or you could just like copy and paste your message there on the top, really. Or cut paste, I guess is what I meant, but anyways, it's not that important. I guess I could be having a look at the board. Like, I mean, we know how Sam likes to do things, and so we know that the first thing he's going to want to do is do a review of the board and like get anything that's been started. Hey, look at that! Get anything that's been started like worked on.
Yeah.
So like we can do the hopefully we can put in a PR today with those declarative things. And then I have a PR that I started working on that's like actually does from two different repos. And it's this like premium static page snarl up, which like I need to like remove some ASCII characters from the PR that I put in on the other one, and hopefully that will move that forward. There's some here that there's this one that I put for you that maybe we can talk to Sam on Monday to give you some direction on. It's with RSpec.
Yeah.
This one we're gonna work on today. This one here, this one is one that Elizabeth wanted to work on that I think would be something that you and I would be able to like. I mean, I don't want to take. I want to allow her the space to work on it. So maybe we don't work on it right away. But like during the week, it would be nice to, if she's not going to be able to meet us for a pairing session and work on it together, or get it, or we can look at it together and we could like come up with like a list of things that need to be done and then kind of send to her, like, so she can just kind of go doing the tasks and put in the PR. And yeah, and then I guess like there's some, the events page performance is like the big thing that we need to do, but yeah, I don't know. That one's kind of a difficult one. Don't really know what we're gonna do on that. Maybe that's what we're gonna do in the pairing sessions with Sam, So cool. You wanna share your screen and we can make that other one declarative?
Yep.
Do it. What's the difference between lines 23 and 20 and 30? Okay, so I see the difference. The difference is that one is not associated with any project and one is associated with the project that it was created for. So
yeah,
I think you need to like, because lines 23 and 30 are exactly the same. So yeah, differentiate them somehow.
session.
Oh, so I got to 100% over here. and I don't know what it's doing because it's like not showing me anything. It's really annoying.
Is this not too long?
I mean, maybe. I mean, I think maybe you could like maybe we could reword it to make it shorter, like more concise and more descriptive. I wonder if you could like just put those into, I don't know. I wonder if you could put those into one scenario that says like an events something like editing in an event. I don't know. Trying to think. Events project does not change when editing it, or something like that. And then you can kind of go in there and you can, in the step definitions, you can check if the event dot project ID is nil, then you expect to, then you expect the drop down to have a blank, and if it's like to be empty or whatever, and if it has a project, then you expect it to be equal to, you expect it to show the, I don't know. I mean, we could take it one step at a time, I guess. What is it doing in the background?
Why did you stop saying what you're saying?
I was saying that I think that there probably is a way that you can combine what's on line 23 to 28 and what's on line 30 to 35 into one scenario, you know? But I was saying that I think that we could take it one step at a time, you know? So we could make the scenario on line 23 to be declarative, and then we can make the one on line 30 to be declarative, and then we can see if there's a way that we can combine them so we have the same steps, but we just the same feature like scenarios, but we do like a if else in the step so that we can check for all the use cases, you know, with one step definition and like one scenario.
Okay.
So like I would say, like, I think, you know, we've already done this like once, I think, like, so I think you know how to make the scenario on line 23 to be declarative. So maybe do that. And then we can work on creating the step definition. Yeah, like, yeah, exactly.
How come I can't remember? Given an event, given a visit page for.
Mike.
Yeah.
Remember, when it's declarative, you need to ask yourself the question: is it important that the person reading this feature knows the name of the event?
No. I'm not sure if I had the right words.
Yeah, I mean, that seems fine to me.
Is that too much to add?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of difficult to understand. Like, I think what you're trying to say is, given I update something other than the project, but I don't know if you need to, like,
Okay.
I mean, I guess, like, it's not clear what you're updating. Like, what is it that you like in line 23, you didn't actually edit anything. You just went to the edit page and click save, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I guess, that's probably yeah, I mean, it probably happens, but I think most people, if they go to the edit page and then they realize they don't want to edit anything, they probably click on cancel, or they just navigate away from the page. They don't click on update, or they don't click on save. So, like, maybe it'd be better for you to actually update something, like update the time or something, or update the duration, update, like, something. But, like, um, you know, you don't have to, I guess, but I think it would be maybe a little bit more realistic. But, like, so if you did that, yeah, update the description. Yeah, that's good. Have an event with no project association, then the project for the event should be nil. Yeah, I don't know if you want to say should be nil. I mean, that's what you're going to check for, right? But, like, you could say should not change or something. So like, yeah, it should, yeah. And then also you're repeating project for no reason, like so then the event should have no project association.
But then, you know, this statement doesn't stress that I'm not. I'm not interfering with the project. It only tells me that I'm updating the description.
Yeah, it means that you're changing something that's not the project.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not testing for changing everything doesn't affect the project association, but you're just making some change that has nothing to do with you. I mean, you could, instead of saying given I update the description, you could say like given I edit an attribute that's not the project. But I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
Like at some point, like you might want to hide the information of what you're updating in the feature in this feature file and put it just in the step definition, because it doesn't matter if you update the description or the title or the duration or the repeats or any of the other fields. Like, you know, it's just a matter of that you are actually making an edit. You know, so you could say, given I edit something not, you know, given I edit anything not the project, but I don't know, you know, maybe not anything, because you're not going to test for like changing every little thing, because I think that's kind of overkill. You don't need, you basically what you're trying to do is that like is to just check that when the person, I mean, yeah, maybe I'm not sure. Maybe you don't even need to edit it. Maybe you just, huh?
Without changing the project?
Yeah, can be. Without adding a project?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Without adding a project association or without adding a project?
Without adding. Yep.
You need to say adding, and you have a D at the end of the adding.
So yeah, I've just commented this so that because like you discussed with them the other day, you said we'll still go through all these steps, but
yeah, kind of, yeah.
let's not show them to the user.
Yeah, no worries. That's good.
So maybe I do. Features, events.
Yeah. It's kind of difficult to know what to do. You could have called them and told them, like.
Yeah, this will take time. Maybe I just go.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with your. It's really slow and like you. Yeah.
Steps. Step definition. Event. Event step. Given.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sí.
Sí, señor. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go eat breakfast soon.
Oh wow,
I'm not sure. Like, I'm kind of in a position where I'm just kind of leaving this to see what happens, but I'm not getting any tracing for some reason, even though I'm trying to run it with verbose, and I'm not sure why. I might just leave it, and then when I come back, like, try to push it up again with verbose. Like, it seems like the it seems like the trace is working because it's like printing out a bunch of annoying things every time I run a command, but like it's not actually, after it gets past writing the object, it's not printing anything. So I have no idea what's going on. And it doesn't seem like it's using the Docker file. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not sure. I can't tell what's going on in the background, but
Now, I don't know.
what?
Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. But
Why?
How am I going to link this project with this?
You asked that before, no? I mean, I don't know if maybe I misunderstood your question, but like, so if you go back to the feature file,
Okay.
can you not just do like command tab and it goes back to the last place you were?
No, command tab just.
It doesn't work inside of Atom for you?
It switches windows.
Okay. I mean, there's
Yeah, control tab.
I think no, is it shift tab? Anyways, whatever.
Control tab. Control tab.
Control tab. Oh, so you do have a control tab. Yeah, it can be faster if you're going back and forth. So you have there, visit the edit page for the event named Scrum, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now go back to the thing, the step definition. And now there, do you know how to use Capybara to visit a page?
Yeah.
Okay. So do that. You can delete that pending line because you don't want that.
Okay. Maybe I'll have to find out how to use Capybara.
I mean, go to the cheat sheet maybe instead of like trying to, you have a cheat sheet.
Where is it?
There you go.
Even I visit. So visit grab. So I'm suspecting it's going to be events. For given ID.
Where is that ID coming from?
Yeah, I'm just it's event edit. Yeah, so this will have to come from.
So first of all, like, can you go back to the thing? So you have that events edit, and then you have there on the left, you have all the like the action verbs: get, patch, get, post, get, right?
Yeah.
And then on the left of that, you have the path, which you need to go to edit event path, right? And then you have there visit events edit for some reason. So that's not going to work, right? It tells you the path you need to go to, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're right. You need to pass in an ID.
So ID is event that were project ID. Snail that fast.
If you do like if you do a find, I think it'll we were looking at that with remember we were looking at that with Tanzaku, that if you do a find by, then it'll just grab the first one that that's true of.
So so I don't know if so I can do expect.
Well, you haven't done, the only thing you've done is visit, so you're not expecting anything, right?
Yeah.
Or
So
are you?
okay. Earlier on I was also
yeah, you want to make sure that there's no project in the
selected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do more than one expectation, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Where are you? should be close here. So can I use this guy? Can I call this?
Yeah, I mean the thing is that we don't really want to, like, first of all, I think you created that, right?
Yeah.
So then you're probably going to delete it but you can use the same thing, expect, find. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And then so after visiting, then I should click on the save button. Click. Chukua phone. Then I think this should be repeated. Yeah, I was doing the wrong thing. Then events. ID equals But
Is your phone filling up with photos and videos and feeling slower by the day? That's why we made Files, cleanup app from Google that helps you free up space on your phone. Files gives you suggestions to get more space.
yeah. So the first one is passing. So
nice.
then it should have no.
Can you show me the step definition? I was distracted in the background.
Yeah. So, okay, the step definition.
Yeah.
So I even did this. So I don't know how I can pull this. Or maybe we could.
Why don't you just do the oh. So I guess can you go back?
Oh, it's not going back. Yeah.
So you have there on line 486, you say ID is equal to events.find by project ID nil. So that's that's not actually ID. That's event, right? You're not grabbing just the ID. You're grabbing the event.
Yeah, this is the event.
So that's event, right? Which is fine because that's what you want to pass in for line 487. So now you're going to say visit event, edit event path for event. Yeah. Then you're going to expect that that's going to be empty. Then you're going to click on the button save, which again, you need to, I guess you don't need to edit something, but you should edit something.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't work because, yeah, there you go. And if you're going to you don't need to do find by if you're going to be looking for the ID. You just need to say find and then event.id. And then you don't even need that actually, really, do you? Like, why do you need to find that event again? You already found it.
Because it's already been updated, so this is the updated copy.
It doesn't I don't think that matters, does it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
if I just okay.
I'm not sure. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, you want to find the event again to make sure that it hasn't changed, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. I don't know. I mean, you could test that by changing the project ID and then leaving 491 in place. Like, so before I click button save, you could say like, you know, select something. Like if you go there to the Capybara cheat sheet, you can see what you can, how you can use select. Like it's there on the left. Select option from select box. So
maybe I select small s option. So EDX. Select EDX.
look at this, Mac. It's finally using the Docker file. Actually, it looks like maybe it was using it before, like using cache. Maybe it was actually using it before.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah. It's a lot faster, this output, like. And then it's in the post deploy stuff. So then if I do this, and then I do that. Oh, look. Not determine a reasonable value. Refreshing gem list. What's going on here? What happened?
What happened?
No. What happened? I mean, it looks like the server's running, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Looks like the server's running, but maybe it's not. refreshing gem list.
You're tailing the sublog?
Yeah. Trying to at least. Oh, look, exit code 10. Exit 0. Exit 0 is no errors, I think. I might have to do this without the trace on to see. Have a better look at what actually is going on. The thing is that if I don't make any changes, I don't know. Application deployed, look.
So
maybe, I don't know why it's not. Should I? It could not be found. So if I come here to that.
just a minute.
Yep.
Uncle.
Trace off. Exit. Deployed true, running false. It's not running. That's weird. Why wouldn't it be running? Domains. Part for website 1, develop. Here, develop.website. And I could probably. Okay. Yeah, so I think maybe what to do here, it says it's deployed, but maybe I should follow through with this other stuff here that I needed to do. Like, I mean, maybe it doesn't have anything to do with it, but might as well. So then we set up the let's encrypt. Our website one. So I don't know if this is going to work because I think it needs to be able to visit that place, and I think it won't be able to visit that place probably. Because I can't visit that place. Challenge validation failed. Yeah. Deployed, but I think entering multiple logs. Develop. Oh, right. So it's still running through. It's still installing the I guess this is what maybe this is because of what Daniel added, like, because it installed all these as part of the deploy, but now it's like reinstalling them.
Hey, Matt.
So
you've not gone for breakfast yet?
No, I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
I'm just trying to have a look at if this is up now. No, don't know why this would be up. DNS probe finished. NX domain. What's that mean? Reload.
This is what they want.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'll go to breakfast and then just kind of see if this is still in the same state.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like it says it's deployed. There hasn't been any errors. It says it's I mean, the only thing I don't know is like I removed the proc file, which is like what was starting Puma. So I think like maybe in the entry point I need to start Puma somehow. Like start Puma in entry point Docker Rails app.
So maybe Puma is down, that's why?
Well, I think it's not down. I think it's not being started.
Oh.
Oh, it's like this, you know. Let's try that. I need expose. I need expose 3000. Hmm. Don't know. Docker, Rails, Puma, Nginx, and Postgres. That's kind of a lot. I want to do an Aku instance.
Yeah, I think Matt was right.
What was happening? You don't need to do page.select. In fact, it's better not to do page.select. You just select EDX from.
Yeah, I tried that and it wasn't. Okay. Anyway.
You tried that?
Yeah, I tried that and at some point it failed.
Yeah, so you're expecting it to fail, right? Like, but
yeah,
you're saying it failed on something different.
Yeah, and it failed. So
But
I just proved that the page.
Can you show me?
Yeah.
I didn't see the error message.
Expected nil got one. Like when without having to reselect. Without having to reselect it, it updates event.
Yeah, well that's yeah. So you don't need line 491.
Yeah.
So what? No, you don't want. I mean, you might not want to get rid of that. I guess it depends on what you're going to change. But like, you need to make some change, right? So instead of select EDX from event project ID, which is specifically what you don't want to do, you might want to change something that's a different drop down, like select. I don't know, like it depends. Like what do you think is? Maybe you want to change the title of the event, for example, and then you wouldn't use select because, but if you want to change the event to be for premium mob members or something like that, where you like if you go to the website and you go to the forum and you look at the stuff, like what you want to change something.
Okay. Maybe it's easier just to change the description.
Maybe, yeah, that's what you were thinking earlier. So then you don't use then you wouldn't use select. You would use something else. Like, yeah, I can see it. It's there with interacting with forms.
Filling. So I need to. Oh.
What's happening on your end?
I was checking event ID instead of checking event project ID.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You were checking event.id. Oh, so you don't want to be doing that, do you? You want it?
No.
So can I see?
So yeah, I was checking for event.id.
Yeah, I can't see because you're looking at my screen.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at my screen. Sorry. Event.project ID to be nil. Yeah, nice. Fill in event description with. Yeah. So you see there though that like that there on your copy cheat sheet is like specifically like is specifically looking for like instead of saying a fill in and then like passing something that's not visible to the user, it's saying fill in and it's passing something that is visible is like the label, right? So first name is what the user actually sees, not like event underscore description, right? Yeah. And then I think you probably need a colon after with, don't you?
A colon?
After with? Yeah, I think you would probably need that, don't you? Like, what does it say on the cheat sheet? Yeah. It's like fill in, blah, 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 comma, with.
Okay. Later. Come. Come. Mezima. Pole. Come. Nitakuchapa. Anajificha. Hapo ndo. Pole mama. Sini mezima.
Yasin.
Pole.
Kiboko. Acha nilete kiboko.
Is that passing for you, Mike? Mike? Muted. Mike is muted. Muted. Mike is muted. Mike. So I think I need to do some stuff with, where is website one? There it is. Where is the proc file? Is CR guard file, license proc file, bundle exec Puma -C. Yeah, so it's like this, no? That is the same I have here, right? Bundle exec Puma -C config Puma RB. Yes. Production RB. Mike is muted. Mike is muted. Mike is muted. Mike is muted. Mike.
You're going to go get
Yes,
something to eat?
I am. I was wondering if everything was passing on that test for you.
Yeah, but then
Okay.
they mess up everything.
Messed up everything.
Yeah, I think so.
Not nice.
It's passing, but then I don't know what to have in this step because that other step has everything that I need.
What's that? That's the thing is like you're saying like if you want to reuse that.
Yeah.
What is your question?
You see this step?
No, I can't see anything.
It does everything plus
You're
checking that the project does not have association.
You're not sharing your screen.
Oh, sorry. I was saying this step.
Yes.
That's passing. It does everything plus checking that there is no association.
So then you want to check. You want to extract that You want to extract the check to see that it has no association into a different. And
again, I think. Matt.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yep.
And then I think I've proved that even if I select this one here and I use event, it will still pass. Like in this step, what I've done.
Yeah.
I have select this.
And
then I've saved. Then I'm expecting event.project ID to be nil.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nil.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And you saved the file?
Yeah, I saved the, at least it should be something else other than nil.
No, you saved the file?
Yeah. I can rerun that.
I mean, no, I mean, I believe if you say you saved the file.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think like there's a couple things there. Like, I guess one thing is that you don't want to have the expect on line 492 to be part of this step definition. You have two step definitions. You have one that says update the event, and that stops on line 490. And then you have another one that says the event should have no project associations. So the event should have no project association is where the expectation from line 493 should be, right?
Yes. This should be down here.
Yes. But like you need to, I guess your question is that you're not sure how to like reuse that event between the two.
Yeah, one way would be to have it as a class, but we don't have a class here. An instance variable.
You could, yeah. I mean, the thing is that you kind of like, I mean, you kind of like, you're finding you're like on line 46, you're finding the event based on it having no project ID, like a nil project ID, which is probably a good thing.
Oh, so I can do the same thing here.
Well, no, you wouldn't want to do that because then then you wouldn't be testing anything. You'd just be finding a different one that has a nil. You want to find the exact same one, right? So I don't know. I mean, you maybe you could use it as an instance variable. The problem is that you might already have an instance variable at event somewhere in the test, which is why it's probably not good to use. Like the thing is that you might want to find like instead of finding by project ID nil, you might want to be finding by like the title, which is Scrum, which you've specifically created in the database to have a project ID of nil. So the same way that you were when you were doing things in this is the thing that I was trying to get you to understand is that you were instead of hold on. Like go look at the way that you were doing things in the feature file and the way and how that's different from the way you're doing things in the step definition. Like the old way that you have commented out in the.
So the old way, I will visit for the event named Scrum.
Yeah.
Then I will see that there is no project.
So you're like, do you see how that's different?
Yeah, here I'm using Scrum, there I'm not using Scrum.
Yeah, so you're not saying, given I visit the edit page for the first event in the database with no project ID, which is what you're doing in the step definition.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's so if you do things like you're doing things. Sorry.
Since I'm not passing Scrum from here.
Why? But we already. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you don't remember. Like we already talked about this. You don't need to pass it there. You can use a string in your step definitions.
Yeah, but then if someone else who is not me comes and updates this to have 5 because he doesn't like it.
If someone does that, then it will the test will fail and they will not be able to push it in. It will not get merged. If someone changes that to 5, it probably means that they don't understand what they're doing, because if you look at this test is specifically creating an event with no project ID. That's the reason that event is being created, is so that it's not associated with the project ID.
Yes.
So if a person changes that to 5, then they're gonna get, the test is gonna fail, and they're either gonna realize, oh yeah, that's right, this is actually supposed to be created without a project ID, or they're gonna try to refactor your test to make it much more verbose and much more imperative, and then they're gonna try to push it, get it merged in, and Sam's gonna have to explain to them that we don't want to be changing from declarative.
Very true, Matthew.
So we instead of looking for a project ID, no, just look for, I think it's, I don't think it's name, is it? I think it's title. But and you don't need that select on line 489. I mean the page dot select.
Yeah, the page dot select just proved to me that I need to call this again. Like I need to.
Well,
I
mean, the just select would prove that to you as well. You shouldn't be calling page dot select. Page dot select does the same thing as select, but is longer and is not there, you know. But yeah, no, you're right. You don't need the select at all. But just like if you are going to leave a select in there, just know that you that cheat sheet that I passed to you is kind of like a little bit outdated. So there are sometimes you need like page, like sometimes I've found that I needed to use it when I'm asking about the current path for some reason.
Yeah.
But in general, you don't need it.
Oh yeah, I think here was filling. I think I did this already.
Oh, you did do, yeah. What happened? I think you changed it to try to see if you're actually testing for anything. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna need to get rid of this stuff in this Docker file. That
Man, you have to go eat now.
What?
You must go eat.
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's almost 2.
And you haven't taken breakfast, you see?
No. I mean, I was waiting for my wife, but now she's back, so now I've just been kind of like stuck on this. I mean, now, you know, now it's
exit. Run again.
this thing is like every time I deploy, it's like bundle installing again, you know. That might be good for people doing things locally, but it's horrible for deployments. And then just to watch you get stuck on the same spot, you know. I mean, either way, I think we're gonna have to comment that out, because it's like making it really slow to be able to debug what's going on. I make a change that I think could make a difference, but maybe won't, and then like watch all this stuff just to get to the same exact error, you know. So I'm gonna actually make that change, and then I'm gonna, assuming that it might fail in the same thing, then I'm gonna go wait. For some reason bundle check is not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, same error, you know. And I did all that work, and it's like failed to load Puma. Listen on 5,000. I don't have to listen on 5,000. To load bundle bin Puma. That must be. Nowhere. All right. Well. Oh man, gonna go eat.
Yeah.
Just have another time to see. Well, it's not really gonna help, though, is it? Do something.
I thought you were not going to do the commit.
Well, I want to commit this so that it's much faster, but I don't think that's going to change anything to do with what I'm doing, you know? Like, for some reason, it's not, you know, what this could be. So I'm going to, it's like this. It failed. Good. And then
Yeah, its name.
come here.
Name.
Here. Docker file. This. No. Have to come back and debug this later. Enter. Develop. Container's not running. Yeah, no, it's not running. Run. Website one develop. Oh, you know what else as well is I shouldn't be pushing this up. I should just be building this. For build. All right, cool. I'll see you in a minute.
All right.